Okay, Mr. Seward here, and I'm in SolidWorks right now. And what I'm going to draw is that little box that's on page 11 of the tutorials through page 19. And let's see, I'm going to start this by clicking on part, and I'm going to say OK. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to create a sketch. So go up here to the sketch tool. Whoops, I forgot something actually already. I'm going to move myself out of the way here. I'm going to change, I'm going down to the lower right hand corner here, and I'm going to change the units from inches. I'm going to change this to millimeters. So this has to be millimeters. Okay. Now, now I can do my sketch. So I'm going to select sketch on the toolbar here, and I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on front plane. And here we have our UCS icon. And I'm going to use the corner rectangle tool. And I'm going to click and pull out and up. I'm going to select Smart Dimension. And I'm going to start by putting in a height here of 65. And then a length dimension of 100. Now, something I noticed is actually as I was reading the instructions, it doesn't want to be 65, it wants to be 60. So I can just double click on the dimension and I can change that. And I don't have to put in mm for millimeters, or if you're doing inches, you don't have to put in the inches sign. It already knows to put those in there. Now there's two ways to close this command out. You can go over here to the menu on the left and you can click the green check mark that closes the dialog. And also this is what they call the confirmation corner. If I click on that, that tells the software that this is indeed what I want to do. And you'll see in our model tree over here, sketch 1 appears. Now, I'm going to click features on the upper left, and I'm going to extrude this. And this is going to pop around here. There's a couple ways to do this. I can drag this out if I want. This is a little bit less, to me, accurate, but you can see the little green number changing, and I'm going to make this 50 millimeters. I could also just come over here to this menu on the left and come down to the length distance measurement here and type in 50. Again, green check mark in the confirmation corner. Okay, now let's zoom to fit so that we're actually looking at this pretty well. All right, now next thing is I'm going to put fillets on the four corners, and I can see three of them. I can't see the one that's back here though, going up and down. So I'm going to change my visual style. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to change to hidden lines visible, and now I can see all four of the edges that I want to put a fillet on. The fillet tool is right here. It's in features. That's fillet. And it wants to know which items I'm going to fillet. The first thing it defaulted to this, it just makes a radius fillet on this. But I'm going to click on what I want it to actually fillet. And you have to watch this. I'm going to click on the line. It's very easy if I put my cursor on here to select this face or this face or this face, which would give me two of the lines that I want to fillet, but it would also give me the top and bottom horizontal lines, which I don't want to fillet. So I have to make sure that I click on the edge. I also have selected full preview here, and that shows me the little yellow cages. If I turn off that and say no preview, I have this. If I hit partial preview, then I have this. And I think that'll only show me one of them. Yeah. But if I go full preview, it'll show me all of them. Okay. So the distance on this fillet is going to be 10 millimeters, green check mark. And now I can go back to display style and click on hidden, or sorry, I got to make sure I get this right. Shaded with edges. That's the right word. Okay. Now, next thing is we're going to put a pocket in this thing, and it's sort of like you take a scoop and you just scoop it out. And the way you do that is with a tool called shell. And here is a shell tool. And first thing I want to know is the parameters. And the parameter is going to be 5 millimeters. So I'm going to type 5 there. That's the thickness of the wall. And I'll select in the blue box. And I'll come up here. And this time I'm going to select the face, this top surface face. And I'm going to click on that and confirmation corner, green check mark. Now what that's done is that's given me a wall thickness all the way around that is indeed 5 millimeters at the bottom also of this thing. Now we are going to create a new sketch. So I'm going to select sketch on the toolbar at the top. Click on sketch and it says down here in yellow, select a plane, planar face, or an edge on which to put a sketch or an entity or whatever. This is going to be sketched on this right hand side. And when I click on that, it pops around to it. Now, if it doesn't automatically do that, let's say it for some reason stays in isometric, so all I got to do is come up to this view command and select front. Whoops, that's the wrong one. I want the right side. There we go. All right, now I'm going to put a hole in this thing. I'm going to put a hole in this surface here and in the back surface. So I am going to click on the hole tool, and I'm actually going to draw this just a little bit off center. I'm not going to put it vertically in its correct height location or horizontally, because the software this stuff is what's called dimension driven. So I'm going to use the dimensions to create this. And how I do that is I smart dimension. I'm going to click on this left hand wall in the center of the hole. That didn't work. Click again. Now we'll start all over. Smart dimension. Left hand line, center hole. There we go. And you're going to see, oops. Actually, what I want to do is I really want this to be kind of up here, off the part. I'm going to double click it and change that to what was it, 25, because it's half the size of the width of the part which was extruded 50. All right, smart dimension. So I'm going to click on that cross, that circle. You can see it maybe just turned orange. And I come down here to the bottom of the part and select again. I'm going to pull this out. And I try to place my dimensions right in the middle of the two dimension lines. And I'm going to make that 40. The circle is still blue, which means it's unconstrained. It's not completely constrained. See, it says underdefined down here in the lower right corner. So Smart Dimension tool is on. I'm going to click this diameter. I'm going to change that to a 10. And now I have the total circle on the part. All right. Okay, green check mark to confirm. Now I'm going to go back to features. I'll hit extruded base, and this is going the wrong way because I've got the wrong command on. So I can cancel out this command by clicking the X. And I want to use an extruded cut because I'm drilling a hole through. So it's extruded cut. It's going from the sketch plane, and the distance isn't going to be blind. It's going to be through all. And once I do that, I can hit the green arrow, and it should cut that hole through the part, and it did. I got to rotate this around by clicking on the middle mouse wheel and holding down. Okay. All right. So that saves this part. Make sure you do a save. I'm going to do a save. I'm going to name this box space my last name. You can see I've been doing a couple of these. So anyways, that's how you draw that box. part right there.